Oh, this is my favorite tool brand. Oh, I'm so excited I can't even contain myself. Do I have a tool haul for you? I've got an awesome spread of Capri Tools. Now, I will say that this video is partially sponsored by Capri Tools. They did supply me the impact sockets here. Everything else I purchased with my own money. And as you know, if you've watched my channel even a little bit, maybe even only 3 episodes of my channel, you know I love this brand and I have never been sponsored by them before. There's such a good value and I can't wait to dive into this with you. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're gonna start with the air tools. Now, I don't use air tools very much. Currently, I much prefer my Milwaukee battery stuff, my M12 and my M18 line. I think they're a really good product. I think they're quiet and they're relatively small form factor, but Capri has a new line of these air tools they've come out with. I say new line, they've probably been out for a few years already, but they're pretty good. They're a lot better than a lot of the competition. They're more compact. They have some pretty interesting technology that's in them. So I decided that I was gonna splurge on some of these air tools and just give them a shot. So we're gonna start off with, I think, one of the most unique offerings from Capri Tools. So this is pretty cool. This is a Capri Tools 3/8 palm air impact wrench. Look at this thing. This is crazy small. Look at this. For scale, I've got our Milwaukee M12 3/8 stuff over here that I use quite a bit. So this is the palm unit. So you just basically hold on to it like so. It's ambidextrous, forward, reverse. It's very small. It is much smaller than even this M12 3/8 impact. Much smaller. Yeah, that's a lot smaller. That's impressive. And you can see here, it's way smaller than this guy. Now the head is way bigger, way, way bigger. Let's move on to the next one. So here we have the 3/8 stubby impact wrench. This is like the same size, it's actually a little smaller. It is just a smidge smaller. And I think that, you know, with the rubber overmold on the Milwaukee, without it, it would be just about the same size. Okay, we see in the back here, it's a little bit larger. The grip is way more comfortable on the Capri. I like that a lot. Now, the Milwaukee grip's a little fatter on the bottom, but it's still extremely ergonomic. The one thing I like about the Milwaukee right out of the box that I can tell you I like more is the forward and reverse. I don't mind this. 320 pound-feet of torque, twin hammer. This will be fun to try out. Very similar size to the Milwaukee, very similar. All right, on to the next one. This is the 3/8 inch flex angle impact. This is one of the most unique things that they offer. You have your actuation trigger here, you got your forward and reverse, and then you can, like, let's say you wanna move this in one way, and now the trigger is up against the work. You can rotate the trigger, so it's on the other side. Pretty interesting design. This I think will come in handy the most because there's no tool that exists in battery technology that can rival this currently. So I'm thinking that this is gonna be the most used Capri tool that I use, air tool. So let's check out the torque specs. 220 foot-pounds of torque. Moving on. All right, so this is the 24 piece shallow and deep chrome set. This is the inch one. This one goes from, looks like 5/16 to 1 inch. Now they come in a shipping box, basically in this wrapped like you just saw. And this is a very high quality case here. You could easily just store these in this if you wanted to. Really, really nice sockets, guys. These things are beautiful. Boy, they show some fingerprints. Look at that, engraving is phenomenal. Look at that little Capri logo. That is beautiful. These are extremely nice. Oh yeah. Great. The broaching is beautiful. The offset where the nut goes in, a little deeper than I'd like to see. I do like some of the snap-on ones and the Icon where there's half as much. I prefer them to be more shallow. This one is the 3/8 drive 22 piece SAE. This one goes from 1/4 to 7/8. Beautiful, beautiful engraving on everything. You just can't beat that. This looks amazing. This is the 12 point. The others were the 6 point. I don't really often use 12 point. These were so cost effective. I decided to grab them at the same time. Then we have our metric version, 3/8 drive. This is the 30 piece. This one goes from 8 to 22 millimeter, and this one is the 6 point. Absolutely top notch, incredible. Wow, that's a tight fit. Oh wait, there's more. We've also got the 3/8 Master Chrome set millimeter. This is the 12-point, 12 piece from 8 to 19 millimeter. More of the same beautiful engraving. Definitely the best looking sockets I've got. At the same time, I decided to get some of their wobble extensions because I actually don't have any wobble extensions. Oh wow, these are freaking nice. The knurling is really nice. This is something that a lot of extensions don't have, is this knurling. I think it's excellent because I oftentimes will take one of these and I'll put a socket on it, maybe not one that long, and I'll turn it by hand to get the bolt started, and then I'll put it on the tool, on the power tool. Beautiful craftsmanship on these. These are phenomenal, guys. Another thing I decided to try from Capri are these locking universal swivels. Again, absolutely amazing craftsmanship. It does make them a lot longer though. It seems like these are a lot longer than the Milwaukee ones. Time will tell if I like these. All right, next up, we've got the 3/8 drive stubby impact sockets. These are made by several different companies. This particular one is the SAE from 5/16 to 1 inch. As usual, Capri's foam organizers are excellent. This one has a nice foam top. I do prefer the harder plastic top. Very, very shallow compared to anything else that's out there. Now, I do believe that a lot of these have just come out. Ulsa Tools makes these. They look identical to this. So does Quinn. I like the Capri tool quality. Really fantastic. These are very shallow, especially the larger ones. Like this 1 inch. Look at that. Way shallower than anything else out there. After that, we have the Capri Tools 3/8 stubby impact sockets. This is, of course, the metric version. This goes from 8 millimeter to 22 millimeter. That's pretty thin. You've seen one, you've seen them all, right? I think these they're not quite as nice as the chrome version, the non-impact, because they don't have any knurling on them or anything like that. But these are the wobble style. They do have the curvature here. These extensions are pretty nice. They're labeled as well. Not engraved like the other ones. The others are engraved. This is just, you know, printed on there. So we have 6 inch, a 3 inch, then we have this 12 inch. Then of course we have a slew of their sockets. This first one is their metric 3/8 15 piece. This goes from 8 millimeter to 22 millimeter. This would be the deep sockets that they offer. I didn't know this, but these are actually engraved. That's really nice. So they're engraved and they're laser printed on here. I like that a lot. So even if this wears out, you'll still have this engraving back here. Then we have their mid-length from 8 to 22 millimeter, 3/8 15 piece. These are a little bit more than half the length of the other one. Also engraved here, really nice. So this is the same kit. This is their metric 8 to 22 shallow. These are definitely shallow, but not stubby. Yeah, really nice printing. And these are engraved too, even though these are much smaller. This is a 12 piece from 5/16 to 1 inch. This is our mid. Last but not least is the shallow SAE. And this set goes again from 5/16 to 1 inch. So here we have all the 1 inch sockets, impact sockets from Capri. So you can see the stubby here is quite a bit shallower than the shallow, and the shallow quite a bit than the mid length, and then of course the standard deep well, quite a bit different. Each one of these is just a little bit shorter. Pretty cool. I just want to show you the comparison between all those. This is their 1 inch deep well. This is their 1 inch deep well chrome. Pretty nice sockets. I mean, obviously the chrome one looks phenomenal. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It's nice though that the 1 inch impact doesn't have as deep offset. It's much deeper here. So if you're dropping a fastener in there, then trying to put it onto the work, it's going to float around a lot, and that's going to be annoying, whereas it's not going to do that with these. And I think that's one of the advantages with the higher end stuff like Snap-on and whatnot. Theirs are a lot shallower here, but they still allow a stud to go through, which I think is pretty cool, but still very, very nice sockets. All right, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.